Ultra-luxury cruise experience, a journey beyond time. The ship waited at the edge of the harbor like a floating promise, silent, radiant, and impossibly grand. As the first step touched the polished deck, the world left behind began to fade. There were no crowds rushing, no noise demanding attention, only calm smiles, warm greetings, and the feeling that every moment ahead had already been carefully prepared. This was not travel. This was an entrance into a different way of living. The corridors glowed with soft golden light, reflecting off marble floors and handcrafted details that told stories of patience and perfection. Every sound was gentle, footsteps muffled, voices low, as if the ship itself asked for respect. A private suite awaited, its doors opening to a space that felt more like a luxury residence than a cabin. Floor-to-ceiling windows revealed the ocean stretching endlessly, calm and powerful, while the balcony offered a private seat to infinity. Mornings arrived without alarms. Sunlight slipped through curtains like a personal invitation to wake slowly. Fresh coffee appeared as if by instinct, accompanied by breakfast arranged with care, colors and flavors balanced like fine art. Outside, the sea shimmered, endless and free, reminding every soul on board that time here moved differently. There was no rush, no schedule that mattered more than desire. Days unfolded in layers of quiet pleasure. A walk across the deck brought warm ocean air and distant horizons. The spa welcomed with soft music and skilled hands that erased tension carried for years. Heated pools reflected the sky, blurring the line between water and heaven. In hidden lounges, books rested patiently, and silence felt rich rather than empty. Every detail whispered luxury without shouting it. Lunch was an experience rather than a meal. Ingredients from distant lands were transformed into flavors that told stories of oceans crossed and cultures embraced. Each dish arrived with intention, each bite offering comfort and surprise. Conversations flowed slowly, unhurried, because here there was nowhere else to be and nothing else to chase. Afternoons were made for indulgence or reflection. Some chose private decks where the only companion was the sea. Others explored elegant boutiques or attended quiet tastings where knowledge was shared, not sold. The ship moved forward smoothly, its power hidden, its presence gentle, carrying its guests like a secret only a few would ever know. As the sun began its descent, the entire atmosphere shifted. Golden light washed over the decks, turning the ocean into liquid fire. Glasses clinked softly as evening drinks were served under open skies. There was magic in those moments, when strangers felt like companions and silence felt like understanding. Dinner arrived as the crown of the day. Chandeliers sparkled, fabrics flowed, and the room filled with understated elegance. Chefs presented creations that balanced precision with passion, flavors layered carefully, memories forming with every course. Music played softly, never demanding attention, only enhancing the feeling that this night mattered. After dinner, the ship revealed another side of its soul. Theaters hosted intimate performances, voices and instruments filling the space with emotion. Open decks offered stars so clear they felt close enough to touch. The ocean below whispered endlessly, a reminder of movement, of journey, of freedom. Night wrapped the ship gently. Suites became sanctuaries once more, beds prepared with care, lights dimmed perfectly. From the balcony, the dark sea stretched on, mysterious and comforting. The gentle motion of the ship felt like being carried by something wiser and stronger, guiding without question. Sleep came easily, deep and uninterrupted, as if the mind finally trusted the world enough to rest. Dreams blended with the rhythm of waves, and morning promised itself again without urgency. Days passed, yet time felt irrelevant. Ports arrived like beautiful pauses, offering glimpses of distant cultures, private moments on quiet shores, experiences curated with respect and depth. Yet no matter how stunning the destination, returning to the ship felt like coming home. This was the true luxury. Not just the materials, the service, or the exclusivity, but the feeling of being completely held. Nothing needed to be proven here. Nothing needed to be rushed. Life existed in its purest form, stripped of noise, surrounded by beauty, and guided by intention. As the journey neared its end, there was no sadness, only gratitude. Because this experience did not end at the harbor. It settled quietly into memory, changing the way the world would be seen forever. Once someone lives inside such calm, such care, such effortless elegance, they carry it with them. The ship returned to land, but something remained at sea. A sense of balance. A reminder that true luxury is not about escape, but about discovering how peaceful life can be when everything unnecessary is left behind.